To stay up to date with all of the things The Division, make sure you subscribe and click that little bell notification. Hey guys, rxlyaT or Taylor here, and today I'm back with another Division video. And today I'm going to be bringing you a video all about global event Onslaught, some tips, tricks, and some possible builds to run with. But first, when does the global event go live? It's actually going to go live Monday the 21st of May, 8 AM UTC time, and it's actually going to end on Thursday, May the 31st, because it is planned maintenance during the global event. As always, you could just log into the Division and there'll be a countdown in the bottom left hand corner for you to figure out what time it will go live in your part of the world. The playlist or the missions that are going to be affected during this global event are as follows. It's going to be Warren Gate Power Plant, Police Academy, Broadway Emporium, Russian Consulate, and finally, the incursion this time is going to be Stolen Signal. But the main part of the global event is, as always, the modifiers. So the Onslaught modifier, this is a global modifier, the one that is always active during this global event, is going to be deal burn, bleed, and gas effects to enemies in addition to normal damage, reload to change this effect. The Savage Onslaught modifier, so Onslaught behavior plus enemies are vulnerable to one effect type and resistant to others. Agents take increased damage from resistant enemies. And then finally, Brutal Onslaught. This is a group modifier, so it's Savage Onslaught behavior plus when 2 or more group members kill a vulnerable enemy within 2 seconds, each member can reload to gain a damage bonus for that single clip. Again, no new classified gear to go after, but we knew that anyway. The classified gear you are going to receive for taking part in this global event are as follows. We've got classified Firecrest, classified Lone Star, classified Predator's Mark, and finally classified Reclaimer. We got some very good sets in this one, specifically Lone Star and Predator's Mark. We all know how much the community loves Predator's Mark, so if you are missing out on a couple of pieces of that, then this global event is definitely going to be for you. For some reason, something everyone's always obsessing over, and that's the full face masks in a global event. Again, we've got 3 new masks, and these ones I personally think are a little bit better than the last 3 we had, the 3 that came in global event Blackout. So this time, from the left, we've got Ember, Smiler, and Oni. But how do we get those masks? For Ember, you're going to have to burn 200, bleed 200, and gas 200 enemies during the global event. For Smiler, just complete all events in the Onslaught playlist. And finally, Oni, kill 5 enemies in a row with the ammo they have a weakness to. And I'm actually going to go after Oni myself. It looks really cool, nice little pattern there. And it sounds pretty easy to do. I could be wrong though, we're going to have to get in and try it out. So how is this global event going to play out? Well, it's actually pretty cool. If you're just playing with the global modifier, you're always going to have one of the 3 effects active. That can either be burn, bleed, or gas. And obviously, depending on which is active, that's also going to depend on what damage you do. And you can switch these effects by reloading your weapon or even by switching your weapon. Remember, the effects do rotate in that order: burn, bleed, and gas. So keep that in mind for the other 2 modifiers. In both the Savage and Brutal Onslaught modifiers, the NPCs are both vulnerable and resistant to specific damage effects. And you can see this by the resistant effect being grayed out and the vulnerable effect being colored in. The NPCs will do a lot more damage to you if they are resistant to a specific effect, and you'll do a huge amount of damage to them if they are vulnerable to a specific effect. So yeah, easily one of the most interesting and different global event we've had. The only real tips I can sort of give you is just keep an eye on the current effect that's available on your clip, and especially if you're playing the Savage or Brutal Onslaught modifiers, to keep an eye on the NPCs and what effects they're vulnerable to and what effects they're resistant to. And now for my recommended build to use during this global event. Unfortunately, it's going to be exactly the same build that I'm going to use for this global event as I did the last one, and that's going to be my 6-piece classified Lone Star with 2 big Alejandros. If you're not familiar with classified Lone Star, I'm just going to quickly run through it. The bonus for wearing 2 pieces is 100% ammo capacity. For 3 pieces, you get 8% LMG damage as well as 8% shotgun damage. The 4-piece is when the weapon is holstered, it is instantly reloaded. I think this is going to work well specifically for this global event. The reason being is when you reload, the effect on that clip changes, so Lone Star is going to help you cycle effects really quickly. The set bonus for 5 is plus 50% ammo capacity, plus another 12% LMG damage, and plus another 12% shotgun damage. And then the Berserker, this is the talent you get for wearing all 6 pieces of Lone Star Classified, is when the weapon has 50% of its magazine remaining in combat, that's a 75% chance to receive a bonus that activates when the final bullet is fired from the current magazine. Once activated, the magazine is instantly refilled, weapon damage and fire rate is increased by 30%. The bonus is cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. Again, the mods that I'm going to be running on this are stamina and crit hit chance mods, as well as the first aid self heals. The talents on my big Alejandros are predatory and deadly, as well as capable and destructive. Feel free to screenshot this, copy it, do whatever you want. But like I said, this is going to be the build I'm going to use for this global event. I find Lone Star works really well for most global events, and that's why the past couple of videos I've had to recommend the same build. Obviously it's PvE, so you could get away with using pretty much any build. Some global events do cater towards other builds, but the past couple seem to cater towards a mixture of anything. Anyway guys, there we have it. Another global event tips and tricks video down. If you enjoyed it, then please let me know by either leaving a comment or by clicking that like button. And if you're new around here and want to stay up to date with all of the things The Division and The Division 2, then please make sure to subscribe. At the end of this video, I'm going to leave you some global event Onslaught gameplay that I captured from the PTS a few weeks back, just in case you guys wanted to give it a quick watch and see how the global event played out before you do go hands-on on Monday. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.